What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's episode 51 of Marlins Franchise, and it's been a little while. If you didn't see my tweet, I got the Roner. My number finally came up, so I was kind of knocked out for a few days this week. Really, all the descriptions that I've heard about, it's like a flu. It can knock you out. It can really get you. Held pretty accurate there. I am vaccinated, so obviously the beauty of that isn't that you'll never get it. It's not a shield. It's to make it that if you do get it, it is more of that bad flu as opposed to something much worse. So anyway, feel pretty good. First few days basically just slept through it. Liquid diet even for the first day or two. Finally started getting my appetite back. Didn't sleep all day yesterday, that being Friday the 29th. Today's Saturday the 30th. So I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like tomorrow should be 100%. I'm pretty close to there right now. So we're back on track with the Marlins. Last time out, it was the end of April. We got through the first month. I've done essentially a month offline as well. And if you remember our record, I don't even remember our record, so I shouldn't rely on y'all to remember it. We're 34-24 right now. It was not that good in April. I'll show you. It was 14-13. So we've had a huge May. Now, how have we done this? I'll let you know. Remember, we ended on a little bit of a lull, to be quite honest here. We had lost, what was that? That's 7 of 9 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 of 9 to finish the month. Yeesh. And then we finished, or we opened the month losing the rest of that series to Washington. I mean, we won one of the games, but we ended up dropping the series 2-1. Then we sweep the Angels. Very nice. I don't know if they're any good. Nah, I mean, they're pretty mediocre. Then the Mets got us, though. Our division rivals, they're pretty good again this year. They got us 2 out of 3. Then we go to St. Louis. We get got for 2 out of 3 again. However, then the tide started to turn a bit. Sweep 3 from an Arizona team that is very good. Split a 4-pack against the Dodgers team that is perfectly solid, 500 right now. Get some revenge in Washington, taking 2 of 3 from them. Get a little 3-pack in a row, 3 out of 4, I should say, from Pittsburgh, in Pittsburgh. And then here we are now, 1-1 in a key series at the Mets to kind of cap off the month here. We'll have this game at the Mets and then come back home against St. Louis to really cap off the month. So here's a quick look at the stats. I'm not going to read over them right now. You guys can pause and kind of see where everybody's at with everything. If you want to get caught up there, we'll do a stat review later. And then here's the pitching. And I don't think we have Mata and Eater that are hurt. I don't think anybody got hurt during April or during May. So I played this a few days ago, so that's why I'm a little hazy on exactly how everything went. Because with my normal schedule, I would have played the month offline and probably either made the video the next day or that same day. But then COVID had other plans and flipped it upside down. So let's just get into it. Let's finish off this series here. We need a series win. This was a tough one here. Matt Allen getting wasted by his old team. Becerra didn't do all that well either. There were 2 errors here. I don't know if his caused the unearned runs. By the way, how's that not the dumbest thing ever? That a pitcher's error can give himself unearned runs. How's that make any sense? In my Discord, we've been having a lot of arguments over errors and just scoring in general and how it's kind of a joke in baseball. It's super arbitrary. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's antiquated because, when errors were first being counted, guys were using literally their hands and then like makeshift dog shit gloves. They're taking like a beer koozie out there trying to catch the ball. Beer koozies existed in the 1900s. Don't look that up. It's fact. Source, trust me, bro. But anyway, I don't know if that's what happened with Becerra or if it was Muller's error, but either way, we got rocked. Let's get it going here and get this series. Come on. There we go. 11-6. Big dub there. I see our boy Badu chilling in the Big Apple here. He's been here for 3 years now. And, he started a little slow, which happens in New York. That first year, we saw it with Beltran. We saw it with Lindor. I mean, that's just 2. I'm not saying it's like a trend that always happens. Those are just 2 guys I could think of off the top of the dome. And we saw here with Badu, who's obviously even in this world, he's not at the caliber of Beltran and Lindor. I love Badu, but let's be real. But yeah, he had a little bit of a downturn there, and then boom, 2 big seasons in a row here. Since then, I will say though that even this 2028 was actually kind of in line with 26 and 27, so it wasn't even really a downturn, to be quite honest. That being said, let's focus on ourselves. Let's be selfish. 2 more homers for Turner. Colmenares goes boomtown, and Matos hits his 7th. Ashcraft, it was not a great outing, but he hung in there. Puente didn't give up any hits, but did walk 4. So, it was okay. It was okay. Now, chance to go 19 and 10 on the month here if we win this game against St. Louis. We're headed back home. Shane Baz on the bump. Give it to me. It's going to do the whole save thing as well. Pardon the voice, too. It's going to be a little frogged up, I think. This is kind of the first extended amount of talking I'm doing since getting this. I haven't done the pod this week or anything like that, so I can already tell it's getting a little jacked. So try to keep this under an hour here, but we'll see how we're doing. Did we get that win? We did. 4-3. Baz, brilliant. Muller, 17th. God, he's so good. Look at that, y'all. Now, I honestly, this is like one of those anecdotal things that when I say it, it's going to sound right, but we don't really know. And we've had some good offensive teams, so maybe it has happened. But I'm trying to think of a time, on June 1st, where we had 4 guys with double-digit homers already and another with 9 sitting right there. Like, we just don't usually have that kind of offensive force. So, yeah, I don't even know. Would have had to have been a year with, like, Colas and Tucker killing it. And we didn't even have Colas that long, so you could probably narrow it down if I really wanted to go through and try to find it. We had Colas for 26 and 27. So, yeah. It would be those 2 and, like, Dominguez. I don't even know. It doesn't seem like we've ever had that. And it's not like... it's not like the offense is infallible, but the power is there. We're tied for second in homers, and that's a great feeling. Like I said, we've never had that before. Pitching, leading the way, what's new? But we have a capable offense behind it, so I'm really, really excited about it. Now, we got to get Mata back, so let's see what we've got going here. Allen, man, you're really, really pissing me off. I stuck my neck out to sign him thinking, hey, we can get more than like what they're showing here out of his talent. Like, I felt like he could be a hybrid guy, and he's been a hybrid so far. This is 29 innings. It's 29 innings. I know. But he's been dog shit as a starter and a reliever. Now, those 4 earned at the Mets, what was it, his last time out? I mean, that's doing a lot of the work for his relief work, but still, man, you've got to be better. What's going on with these 2 oranges here? So we got a strained forearm for a week, and then wrist soreness for a day. Now we got to make a move, but who's it gonna be? We don't really have anybody to move. I think we have to waive somebody. It might be Corniel. I mean, I don't really want to just get rid of him though. First off, I think he should be better than a 14% K rate. I'm surprised that he's not missing any bats, but he's got a good personality class. He's got 50 STAMI. I can't just cut him. I can't. He is out of option years, though. Henches? Henches hasn't been that great. We can try to get Henches through. And if somebody scoops him, we let him. Yeah, let's do that. Got to make a move. And, this game really helps you understand how players get waived. Not the actual mechanics of it. You guys understand that. But I mean how good players can get waived, like quality, useful players. Not that Sam Hentges is like a god or whatever, but the numbers game that can happen so often, and you see these guys that just kind of keep getting moved around the league too. It's like they're appealing, but then the second that the team has back at full strength, they can move on from that guy. So they start bouncing around the league. We see this in real life too. So Numbers games are tough, and we are one of the better teams in the league, so the guys that we end up cutting are probably going to end up being of a higher caliber, generally speaking. Now, let's take a look at the development here. We see Puente got a little bit of movement, and his overall moved up. We love that. Now, Puente's a reliever right now, and he's having a great ERA, but a modest whip. So that whip says be careful, and that if he starts allowing more hits, then trouble will ensue. But he has a pretty high BABIP right now at 321. So it's not like he's skating. And so, I don't know. Like, I'm still pretty comfortable with where he's at. He has some wiggle room here. We're not treating him as though he's our lockdown best reliever, though. Maximo Acosta lost some contact and overall. Lupe moving up. He's in AAA right now, and he's killing it, which is interesting. Now, I know it's not just the stats. I think the ratings actually play a bigger role, but I was surprised to see, oh, they changed it. They changed it. Never mind. Now you guys aren't going to believe me, but I swear to God, before I started recording, they had a red arrow next to Lupe saying he needs to be sent down a level, and I was like, are you guys sure about that? Because I think he's doing just fine here. And I'm not just talking about the ERA. I'm talking about the core skills. Like, even a 421 Sierra, and we've already talked about how I don't think the Sierra is scaled properly in this game, but whatever you want to look at, he can handle AAA. Like, 10% strikeout minus walk ratio is not amazing, but a 22-year-old prospect like this, I'm perfectly happy with where he's at moving forward. Where did he go to school? Western Tech and Environmental Science. That seems made up. That seems made up. But I'm not going to look it up. Jordan Haya, they say he should be moved up. He's not playing that well yet. All right. The rest of the development stuff. Danny Rodriguez. Wait, what did Lupe get? Lupe got stuff, lost a little movement, but his overall increased. Rodriguez got contact, power potential, and defense, but his overall dropped. I don't even know. It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. How you get 3 additions, 2 to your current, and then your overall rating drops? That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Alex Powell moving up. Is he somebody to keep an eye on? He sure is. He's our second round pick from 3 years ago. Okay, keeping tabs on him. I see a lot of green arrows or green pluses, and I'm loving that. Uh-oh, did Vlad just get hit? He's laying on the ground. I'm watching the Tigers Blue Jays game. De La Fuente, Flowers, just checking in on some of these. I don't recognize all these names. Archuleta is one of our big dog prospects. He's not doing great at high A right now, but he did get some love. Contact power, both go up, or current on those. Potential power goes down. Defense up. Overall up. Potential down. Okay, see, now that I can understand. A few currents go up, so his overall goes up. A potential goes down, brings his potential down. That all checks out. The other one, that didn't check out at all. Chris Pitts, that name rings familiar. 5th rounder, okay, so I guess just vaguely remembered the name. Not like a premium prospect of ours. Did he get hit by that? I missed the replay too. Can't tell if he like matrixed out of the way of it or if he got hit by it and that's why he fell down. Oh, that did hit him. God, please be okay. Please be okay. All right, so now we move forward here in June. We've got 2 more against St. Louis, 3 Philly, 5 Atlanta. So we got a big homestand here, and then 2 days off in a 4-day span. But okay, big dub. Got the series locked. Give me the sweep. Can't get the sweep. St. Louis, again, they're D's. They're D's. Hosting Philly. Game 1 ours. Game 2 theirs. Give me the rubber game. Boom. Who brought it home? Boz. Had a baby. Jordan Walker, Jonathan Turner. Both getting up to 18. Walker only needed the 1. Turner needed 2 to get there. Now they're tied, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right, now. Oh, who got in a fight? Heriberto Hernandez and Patrick Sandoval. Wow. Didn't we have Heriberto? Yeah, we did. That's what I thought. We traded him for somebody I thought was going to be a better version of him, and I got wamboozled on that. Yeah. Chappelli. When I made this trade, Chappelli was like, not significantly, but everywhere he was just a little tick better than Heriberto. So I traded for him. The like couple weeks goes by or whatever, and we do the updated scouting. Worse across the board. I was like, oh great, that's awesome. Oof, Sandoval, sputtering a little bit there. And then Archuleta, look at that, getting a little player of the week. Or is that player of the week or the player of the month? Player of the week. All right, now we need to set up this. We need to set up this doubleheader coming up too. So we got this game. Let's see how we want to play this. So Manoah isn't even like ready. I mean, he is, but he isn't. If that makes any sense, it doesn't. I understand. Allen, okay. Allen, when did you last pitch? 2 days ago. So you can relieve, but you're not gonna be able to start. Neither are you. Frick. Morissette. If you don't pitch today, maybe you could start. Let's go 6. Put Morissette in here real quick. And then let's do trying to think of the best way to do this. 2 more days on this. All right, well, let's do the game first. Golly, I don't know what we're going to do here. Check the wire. I have it in a little bit. A bunch of fitties. All right, got the first win. Manoah pitched well. By the way, didn't seem to bother Ferguson with that little forearm biddy. 2 1/3, beaut. Absolute beaut. Okay, who's available? So they're going to go to Grayson. Man, I don't know. I don't think we can get more set. What if I put him in here? Ashcraft. Nope. They say he's like cooked as a starter, which makes sense. I get it. And then Allen again. I don't think he's gonna work either. 68. What? That's the same as Morissette, right? Yeah, 68, 69, same diff. Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go strict order and see if they'll follow it. I guess if it's gonna be a 69 though, maybe I should just let it be Becerra. Now, does Becerra get? Now, I don't know. This would have to be like an in-game or like a behind-the-scenes mechanic, because when you do a doubleheader, they're both simmed at the same time. But I wonder if when that first game goes, maybe each guy gets a little bit of juice. It's not a full day, so maybe they shouldn't get a full day's worth of stamina, but maybe a little. I don't know. Probably not, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like if it's that same day, them playing a game is not what gives you the stamina. So, probably not. Frick. Then I think we should probably figure something out here, which means I probably have to send Puente down right now to go get a starter. I think that's what we got to do. So we got this guy. Man, this guy's falling. Wait, oh no. Yeah, they're starting him. They're starting him and he's like a 25 as a starter. I don't know if that's the move or not. Jackson Weber. I could give Jackson Weber, 27 years old. He can come up and get a start, can he? Anybody else like really jumping off the page where like, hey, we got to get them a look? Probably not. Weber. He's got option years, obviously. He's never been called up. Yeah, we'll do that. We got to send Puente down, which sucks because he's killing it. But again, the numbers game. This is how you see this stuff sometimes. in real life. And if you're ever wondering, like, why did they send so-and-so down? Chances are it's simply because he had options. They're not punishing him. They're not mad at him or anything like that. They're like, yo, he's got the opties. He gets booted. It's not even boot. It's not even like a negative thing either. It's in this instance, it's like, hey, we got to do this to get just to get the team right now. You know, if I put this, do they put Lupe in? They sure do. Just making sure. I mean, no, not Lupe. He's already in Puente. Yeah. All right. So then Jackson Weber's gonna get the second start. Here's what I'm going to do now. I am going to switch it back to always start highest rested, though. Because if for some reason Becerra does get a little tinge for the first game that we play, and it does allow them to throw him in the second game, I would prefer that. I would prefer that. So actually, I'll put him here. And then if they skip to Weber, I'm chill with that. All right, so here we go with the two-piece. Double loss. Oh, geez. Lisandro Santos, our freaking arch nemesis. This guy been making a career in Atlanta. Rutrow, Teoscar just hit a 3-run shot. Tigers are losing. He's been so good. We have so much history against him. Obviously, a random regular season game is not adding too much to that. There's a lot of playoff lore with Santos against us, but damn. So they got the dub there, and then who'd they throw in game 2? They did throw Weber, which makes sense, and he threw a baseline quality start, and we're taking that to the bank. You know, he gets cap tips and fist pounds there, because that's good. That's good. We appreciate that. Now you got to leave, which this is customary stuff too, to come up just for the double header and then move on. By the way, I know I mentioned it before, so I'm not trying to bang this drum too much to annoyance, but I would love to see if you can get the 27th man up for the no. Where did Lupe get hurt? Bro, dang it, dude. That's one of our best prospects, number 5. That is our best prospect. Crap. Now, I should be getting an email about this guy, no? Should this not facilitate an email? Come on. Anyway, I forget what I was saying before that, because who cares? I'm so bummed now. Oh yeah, the 27th man for the doubleheader. But again, who cares? So bummed. Who are they going to put in that spot then? Oh no, I guess Weber just takes over that spot. Never mind. Dang it, man. That's some crap. I hate it. I hate it. All right, Becerra, get us back on track here, buddy. We can still get this series though, too. It's a 5-game it's a 5-game set. Nope, we ain't getting shit. All right, Hench made it through, but he's gonna refuse to be demoted because he's old. I got it. I got that. Kind of figured that might be the case, unfortunately. So sometimes I have to redo these because I switch from full screen to like a windowed version, which is smaller. But I do that for to be more viewable for y'all. And so then it like cuts things off and like maneuvers things around sometimes. If you're ever wondering like, why doesn't he have his stuff set? I do. It's just, it's much bigger on my big screen and there's more boxes and then it gets condensed and it just jumbles everything for some reason. All right, so Henchis, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, dog. Like, we don't have a spot for you. Like, we just don't. Right? Or do we? We don't. We might. We might. But I have to make a decision now. I could preemptively pop Watson. It could be. It might not be a big injury, but he is fragile. I'm gonna take the shot here. It's 10 days at worst. He's terrible anyway. So let's just do that. It'll save Henches. We're a pitcher heavy right now. We're 12 and 14 on the hitter-pitcher split, which I hate. I don't like that. I hate it in real life, especially. Way too many pitchers on teams, and then they're throwing position players out there, 3 times a week and shit. But enough of that soapbox. So we'll see. We're gonna let this ride for like a day or two just to see. No one's gonna like be desperate to try to trade for Henches, but maybe we can make a 2-for-1. Maybe we send him and Corniel out for something. Just consolidate. Really just to add some flexibility too, because look at all these 3s. This means these guys cannot be sent down. And it is putting a pretty big strain on what we can do with a lot of things. So let's try it. Wait, who else? Oh, I was like, who else is SP here that shouldn't be? There we go. But let's try it. Let's try it right now. Shop. It's not gonna bring back anything amazing. I'm not trying to get something amazing. In fact, I'm really just trying to do a 2-for-1 on a reliever sitch. So let's just do this and see what happens. Like even somebody like this who has options, I just clicked a random 50, but it doesn't necessarily matter who it is. Daniel Palencia. Torn back muscle. Sometimes buying an injured player can be the wave, but with an injured pitcher, that can be a bit dicey. Torn back muscle. That hurts me just thinking about. By the way, one of the things I did not know about COVID, I kind of deal with a lot of back and neck pain generally. I'm super tall, been into a couple car accidents as well. It's just created back problems. I had a huge growth spurt too. It was like damn near a foot in about a year, which they say will also contribute to such things. So for a while it was lower back. It kind of moved up over the years. It's now pretty concentrated into the shoulder neck area pretty badly. Well, the old lower back pain returned with COVID, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And I Googled it, and it is a symptom of COVID, lower back pain. I was like, I had no idea, but holy hell, please shoot me, because it was terrible. It was really bad, and it was like nothing could kick it. Nothing, taking some ibuprofen. You don't want to just be eating those up all day either with ibuprofens and aspirins and everything. Plus, I didn't have a huge appetite, so I was really reluctant to take much on an empty stomach, so I just kind of dealing with that. That was one of the worst parts. And I haven't heard anybody really talk about that. Maybe not everyone gets it the same way either, but damn, I was surprised because that sucked. All right, so again, we're not getting anything great here. You know what? I might just take the injured guy. I mean, I don't know. In a way, like it buys us time, and we could like pick this guy. Oh, yo, okay, this is cool. I like this guy. Brandon Barrera. No. They say it. It looks like it's just kind of like Barrera. I forget how to say it properly, but how to pronounce barriers. I Googled it, how to pronounce Barrera, but now they're putting how to pronounce barriers. Yeah, that's what I'm struggling with. Barrera. See, that's saying it kind of how I think, but with rolled R's. But they were saying it differently on the broadcast. If you guys remember, let me know. But the crazy thing is, Toronto drafted him in real life. And then obviously in this world, they had to do it again. Like, it had to match. Wait, was he literally the 23rd pick? Hang on. There's no shot. Literally, pick for pick is when they drafted him too? Yo, that's nuts if that's the case. He signed already. It had to be, right? It had to be. because I mean they took him in the first round. I don't know what other pick it would be. I mean, I'm checking to make sure just because I gotta be certain, but it has to be. Yeah, well, it is. That's nuts. That's nuts. I wonder how many other guys were drafted at their exact pick, not just their team. But anyway, kid was cool. I liked him. He's got the it factor personality wise for sure. Of course, you got to match that with the talent. But yeah, I think I might scoop him. Wait, they said he's trying to get how much after the year? 13 mil? Brother, you are not getting that kind of money from us. Oh, he hasn't even debuted yet, which is pretty bad. Hopefully this is not how it goes in real life for him. I don't know what this demand is, but obviously we don't have to worry about that. He's not making that now, and he's not going to get paid that next year. Ooh, this guy's got extreme ground ball. Okay. He's 31. He's got 2 last names. What's worse, 2 last names or 2 first names? Both a little sketchy. Is one worse than the other? I don't know. To be honest, McKinley Moore is probably the better guy here. That 40 control, man, that's tough. But Barreria only has a 45. And I know Barreria, that doesn't sit Barreria. Like, I'm putting some extra R's. I don't know. They said it differently than the way I don't know. I'm just not linking with the way they were saying it on the broadcast, and I cannot remember. But I get one of... Okay, so we're going to do that trade, I think, and then we'll get one of these guys off the waiver wire. Yeah, I think this guy's the better pick. More. He's been in AAA. You know, he's got the standout skill with the home run suppression, which is going to play great in our park. The control's definitely wonky as hell. But maybe with his adaptability and his smarts, even at 31, probably not too much at 31, but maybe there's a little tweak our team can do with him. I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna take this guy. I just like him. I like his vibe. I like his real life vibe. All right, so we're taking Barrera. I'm not saying that to make fun of his name, by the way, because my dumbass can't pronounce it. That's the problem. We take all this? Okay. Let's start shaving down. All right, so we only got to pay him 30%. And we move these 2 guys. Because here's the thing. In a way, it's really only Corniel for Palencia. Because we can't really keep Henches. I can't do 12 and 14 the rest of the way. And we're just running out of guys. Now, I understand picking up somebody off waivers doesn't really help the not having enough guys who can move up and down thing, right? Because Barreria is going to be right in the same spot. He can't be moved down either. However, with Palencia going to the IL, we're opening a spot. We're going to bring up somebody from the minors who is at least somebody who can go up and down. So we're going to do this. It's really a consolidation move. It's not so much about the talent, because I actually quite like Corniel, and I do think he would improve if we just kind of stuck it out with him. I mean, I don't have to give Corniel. Oh, but then I gotta give something else though. I really like Corniel, so I don't want to give him up. But we don't have any other pitchers. Yeah, he's like our next worst pitcher besides Mata. But I'm not giving up Mata. Mata's just, he's just a solid starter. He's not great, not over the top, but he was excellent last year. He's been pretty good this year, except that whip is terrifying. But yeah, Corniel it is. And then Henches was a waiver pick anyway, so moving on from him is fine. All right, we're gonna do this. I don't love it, but it's something that I kind of backed into, And then we don't have to put Palencia on the 40, although we have spots, so I didn't really have to put him on the 60, but whatever, we're fine. So now we got 2 spots here, but only 1 because we're going to get Barrera or Barreria. So we'll bring up Omasako and Weber right now. Well, no, because we can add to the 40. That's fine. Kelly Austin, you've been knocking around in the minors for quite some time with us. Now, you know what? We're going to reward Weber for that big outing. And he's going to get the call. At least until we know what's up with the claim. Let me ask you all one thing, too. How important is it to have these filled in, the pinch hitters and the pinch runners? Now, we don't have many guys to put in there anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. But I'm wondering, like, if you don't have it, does the game just, like, do stupid shit? Or does it know pretty much, okay, Cashman's our best hitter off the bench, Acosta's clearly the best speed guy, and that's all we really have right now anyway. Oh, so I probably shouldn't have called up two guys anyway. Because, yeah, I didn't think about that part. Well, let's just wait till, you know what, I called both up. I know it's pixels and it doesn't actually matter, but I'm a man of honor. And I called them up and I want them to be up for a day or two until we get the Barreria claim figured out. So we'll do that. We'll try to salvage a second game in this series. We do, okay. And it was actually severely strained hip muscle for Cleo Watson, 4 months. So the preemptive ILing was legit. I'd have rather been wrong, to be honest. I wish it had been like a chipped fingernail and he would have been out for 3 days. Instead, I was 2 right on that one. He's cooked. Injury shuts down Chapa for the season. Damn, that's a decent prospect of ours too. Second rounder from 2026. Between that and Lupe and now Watson, injury's getting hit. All right. Day off, we need it. A little breather. Okay, we got Barreria. I know I'm saying it wrong, yo. I know. I'll figure out the proper pronunciation. If he lasts through this episode and, we're still using him the rest of the year, or at least into the next episode, I will get the proper pronunciation. How about that? All right, let's put Weber in the pen here, and then let's take a look at these relievers and make some decisions. So, I mean, there are no decisions. What are you talking about, Paul? It's between the two guys you just called up because Puente and Morissette aren't going down. So, it's whether you want Weber the lefty, who is just vanilla. He's just vanilla 50s pretty much everywhere, which is fine. Or Omosako, who, 50, 50, 60. Like that alone, just a 10-point edge and control, probably the difference. And he doesn't have a huge platoon. In fact, he's actually a tinge better against lefties with his extra 5 of movement. So yeah, sorry, Webb. If we need you for spot starts, you can be our guy, at least for the next couple times off of that one good start that you had. I appreciate you. But now you got to get going. Actually, don't they both have to get going? Because we need a hitter. I just realized, yeah, because we're right back where we started with all of this at the 14 and 12, which I can't do. I can't. So yeah, Omosako, he gone as well. My bad. Oh, Barreria is a lefty though, so there we go. That does replace Henches, which is what started all of this. Okay. And now we can bring up a hitter. Anybody hitting in the minors? Tucker. Justin Tucker. Durable. Decent. Only outfield. Do we have an infielder or an infielder outfielder? Oh, Fibo. I wish I had an infield super util. Fibo's killing it though. He's got 2 WAR now. He's fragile. Esparza. Wasn't Esparza? Yeah, a long time ago. Did we draft him or was he J2? Oh, we traded for him. Never mind. They signed him J2 though. That's the international signing. It starts on July 2nd, or at least it always used to. I don't know if it still does, but it's called the J2. So if you ever hear me say that, that's what I mean. I mean international signing. All right, I'm gonna actually call up. We have Acosta, so we can do an outfielder. Yeah, we need somebody who can play outfield. So actually, Tucker it is. What's Cabbage Stock been up to? Man, I was pretty excited about him when we drafted him too. He just hasn't panned out. But he is going to jump into a full-time role. Now, he's having a dreadful debut at AAA. He didn't really get much time at AA. I was kind of trying to challenge him. And challenge unaccepted. But with Tucker getting the call, that should put Cabbage Stock in, and it will. And we'll see if maybe some things start to pop. Could have called up Rodriguez. But I want Rodriguez to play every day. In fact, he's playing terribly at AAA anyway. I think the 259 BABIP is doing a decent part of that. You know, the plate skills. He doesn't walk much, but he isn't striking out a whole lot. I think he'll be fine. But he's 22. I want him playing every day. With Tucker, he's 22 as well. Never mind. The 22 thing is not the right reason then. But I will say one has a much higher upside. And between the two, you're going to want the guy who's got the big upside to be playing every day and developing himself, whereas somebody like Tucker, who, you know, looks like a fourth outfielder at max, doesn't have to play every single day, even at age 22, even with a little bit of growth potential still there. Let's get a scouting report, see if we can get some updates there on where he's at. He does not need to start left field, although I don't ever do the, ask once the season has started, because it will mess up all the stuff I've done. Now, I haven't done a whole lot of unique stuff this year. It's pretty straightforward because we don't have backups that really need to get in. And in previous years, we've had issues with the offense, as I've highlighted a bunch, meaning a bunch of guys we would kind of mix in because, hey, nobody's performing well anyway, so just whoever wants to play. But right now, we've got a lot of steady starters. The Dooch. Oh, 158 BABIP. Never mind. You'll be fine. He'll be fine. In fact, I'm going to let him play more. No joke. No joke. I mean, his plate skills are brilliant. He has a 158 BABIP. I mean, we don't get StatCast data, right? So you can only go so far. But based on this and 84 plate appearances, I'm thinking the Dooch is going to be completely fine. The BABIP is very clear. The very clear issue, I should say. So yeah, he's gonna get more burn. Byro's been pretty solid, not doing very well against lefties, albeit 58 plate appearances, 244 BABIP. So, all right, back to the lineup real quick. Tucker can be here and here. How's Matos doing? Matos is killing it against lefties, and he's been fine against righties. So I'll keep Cash in this platoon situation here, basically. Cool. All right. And then against lefties, Tucker is a lefty, of course. So he's not going to find any starts there. Same with Cash. That's the problem. Our bench is all lefty right now. And I guess the thing that could change that is if we wanted to go with bus to bus, despite how poorly he's playing, then Acosta would be a right-hander off the bench against the lefties. But I'm more inclined to just let him play, even though he's not doing that well against them. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so now we're back at 13-13. We got 2 games in Baltimore, day off as we travel out to Seattle, and then come right back home. Okay. Look, it's 2030, and I know I say it every year that, like, I'm not going to get bogged down in the schedule goofiness, because it doesn't really matter, and as long as it's not broken, right? Like where the game is ruined or anything like that. It can be a little goofy, and I'm sure there are times when things are goofed in real life, and I say goofed meaning like they're completely inefficient. Like this would be inefficient. To have this long of a homestand and then 2 off days surrounding a trip from Florida to Baltimore. Like, that's dumb. So this off day shouldn't have happened. I'd rather squeeze these together. Give me the off day on my way to Seattle. Bring me back home here. Don't give me an off day while I'm at home. I've talked about that one a million times. You know, like, we could spread this out better. And then give me an off day here before we go to Atlanta and Philly. You know, something like that. So it's okay, though. These aren't real players, so even if they're having crazy travel, it's not real. Big win at Baltimore. Walker hit his 20th, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Who's this Hogan guy? Miller Hogan. He has 2 last names, too. How's Baltimore been doing, by the way? Baltimore. Okay, they're 39-31. What's their history been? Okay, they made the playoffs last year. Okay, so they're finally on the come up. Now, if it took this long in real life, it's going to be really bad. And their fans are going to be super, super upset. And I don't think it will because they're already, you know, doing pretty well this year. But then in this world, they weren't too bad in real life, or in the 2022 season. In our world here, 78 and 84, they could. I mean, I hope they do better than that this year, but they could feasibly end up there. What's that? 78. So that'd be 27 more wins, and then 27 and 35 the rest of the way. Like, that wouldn't be the craziest thing if they played to that level. But then they dropped down to 73, 71, then 86 in a playoff berth, 76, 81, 80, 94. So it would be a disappointment if this is kind of how they played. With the way they're building their system, real life needs to beat this trajectory. But they're pretty good right now, so it's a nice first dub. Let's get the sweep. They've got amazing hitting, mediocre pitching. Hey, we can relate. We've been there on the opposite side of that. But we know about being an imbalanced team, Baltimore. Call me up. Maybe we have a trade. Not this year, though. We're not as imbalanced. We drop it. Okay, so we split with them. Makes sense. Quality team. Oh, but Grayson. Oh, they got the revenge on him, dude. The revenge game that he thought he was going to exact. They said, they reversed it. They flipped the script right on him, dude. Oh, well. That's tough, though. He got absolutely dumpstered by his boys. They were giving him some friendly ribbing, too. They're like, oh, man, you're washed. That's why we let you go. Then we get another off day. So now we're super refreshed. Baltimore loses Hannafy for the season. Ouch. Probably on the stopper list. Guaranteed. I just put anybody with, like, decent ratings and over 40 stamina on this list a long time ago. And now we just get so many emails about people that I'm like, who cares? My bad. My bad. I don't even know what I was 100% planning to do with that either. Seattle. They are 35 and 33. They're leading the division. It's not a rough and tumble West right now. It is. So here's the thing. Sometimes a division can be good even if none of the teams are like killing it. Or maybe not good, but it's competitive, let's say. Because everyone's kind of in the mix. Except Oakland, of course. Oakland's 20 and 51. So they're all beating up on Oakland. And then Seattle, Texas, Houston, and LA are just kind of beating up on each other type deal. So let's see what we can do against them. By the way, we've got some of our best players from them. Well, just J-Rod now, but we had Noel Vey, who we then flipped. Vasquez, who they got from us, is having a great start to the year. Okay. Who else did they get from us? I don't remember all the specifics. Oh, they got Colas in that deal, who they don't have anymore. Never mind. Michael Bush. He gone. Oh, no, he's here. But he's bad. Yikes. And then Isaac Hill. Nope. Not doing anything. Justin Lang is pitching for them and starting, but not particularly well. So I think we might have won that deal. How did Colas do for them? Colas only was there for a year, and he was his usual, just good self. It wasn't the best Colas season, but it certainly wasn't bad either. Colas now about to be 32. By the way, I think I mentioned this on a previous episode, but he got moved up in real life, I think, to Double A. And I had a bunch of people tweet me the notice about it from, whatever outlet. They're like, bro, our boy Colas. And I love that. Because I am hyped on Colas now for real life. He's a White Sox prospect, for those that don't know. And I'm following him big time. So I'm very excited about him. He's killing it so far in Double A too. It's only been 10 games. He has 5 bombs and a 1307 OPS for Colas. All right, let's get to this Seattle series. Game 1, ours. Game 2, ours. Give me the sweep. Boom. What's up? All right, game 1, J-Rod goes over 5-3 Punchitos. Don't love that, but okay. Highland Hall went yard twice. And then game 2, J-Rod went yard. There we go. I know he went over in the third game. I already checked, so he salvaged. Yeah, because he did have 2 offers, but he went yard and we swept. So he has all the bragging rights. Now we come back home for 6 with a day off in between. Now, why wouldn't this off day be here? Like, that's the part. Now I know it's because of all these other off days, but seriously, 3 off days in this confined of a time is so bad. I know I said I wouldn't complain about it, and then what do? I complain about it. We win game 1 against Cincy. Cincy, by the way, playoffs last year? Is that when we faced them? The years run together a little bit, y'all. You gotta forgive me on my stupidity, but I think that was last year. Twas indeed. So this is like some weak revenge. Have we faced them yet? Oh, we did early on, and we got our revenge early in Cincy. But then all the fans laughed at us, the Cincy fans, and said, "You're counting an April first week of the season series as revenge for a playoff loss?" And I said, "You're right." And I walked away with my head down because, come on, that's embarrassing. Let's get the sweep here, though. Dang it. Give me the series. Shit. So they come back and they revenge our revenge. Unbelievable. All right, check some emails here. All-star voting. Nobody at catcher. I mean, I'm not going to go. We got Muller at second, of course, leading the charge over Noelve. I like that. The 2 guys traded for each other. Noelve has 3 WAR already. He's having a great season. I mean, the park switch alone was going to be a boon for him. So, good for him. I have no real problem. Even trading in division, I like when our guys that we move are still succeeding. I don't want them to beat us in like a crucial situation or anything. They got to go over there. They got to be a sleeper cell for us, obviously. But I'm certainly not mad that Noelve is killing. I am so livid that Joe Erlin is killing it. Why is he in the minors? What? Yo, he is out of his gourd in a month's worth of work, and yet he's in the minors right now. Did he get hurt? He's on rehab or some shit? Injuries, anything? No? What are you doing, Philly? I don't know. Gore has not been very good. De La Paz has been amazing. And then Aramatani, obviously, is a long way from knowing anything on him. And we'll see how that goes. I'm not too worried about that one. But, bro, Joe Erlin destroying. But now, not good enough to hang on the club. I don't get that. Anyway, third base. Nothing there. Really? We only got J-Rod and Muller? Maybe it's because, like, where's Walker? So Walker, let me check something. Okay, I was wondering, like, maybe I'm playing him in the outfield or anything, like, too much. I'm not. I'm not even really playing in the outfield. That was a spring training thing, just to get a little rating there to kind of start the wheel moving. So I don't understand. He's been great. I mean, it's only top 3, so, I guess He could be fourth. Anybody else that probably should be included? Turner. Yeah, what the hell's up with Turner? Are they voting off batting average and shit? Come on. This is some bullshit. So at first, it's Alonso. That's fine. Olsen. He's been great. And Riley. He's also been great. First base is tough. That one's harder to argue. And then I guess I'm looking at third base right now, and I don't even have to look at those at the stats. Tatis moved over to third, so that's already going to make things difficult. And then Benitez, if you guys aren't familiar with this name, this is one of the best players in the league. Big time Diamondbacks prospect. So there's two guys. I get it. I get it with both of them. And then Ezekiel Duran is having a great season out in Colorado. So, okay. Jordan Walker not being in the top three, that checks out. That checks out. All right. And then pitching-wise, do we have anybody? Wait, what? I know he's super popular. Okay, this is dumb, though. This is dumb. Matt Allen, he will not make the All-Star team, right? There's no way. I don't care how popular he is. That's crazy. He's leading... he's not really starting. 6 starts, 9 relief appearances. 2, he's been dog shit this year. C, why would he be voted as an SP? Doesn't make any sense. Anyway. Alright, well that's the All-Star update. Now we come home, or we stay home, to face New York for 4. Eaters off the IL. Is he done with options? He has 1 opty left. Yeah, let's move him back to AAA. Wait, what? Oh. Well, you know what? Let's put him on rehab. Can we do that? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's fine. It's just buying us some time. We'll see what happens. Marco Smith, little 5-hit piece. Had a baby. Let's go. Doesn't handle losing well. Uh-oh, how bad are we doing? Oh, boy. You know our minor league teams. 10-50. Jesus. Okay, our minor league teams are the worst. So here's an interesting thing. We're actually starting to cultivate some talent. Big time positive. But the success in the minor league fields is not happening, which we don't necessarily need. But I'm curious. I mean, I know pockets of talent here and there are not going to completely turn things. But man, like, I don't know. I'm just surprised. I guess, these are a bunch of low talent guys, and the pitching is. That's the real thing, is our pitching depth across the minors is just not that strong. So I get it, but these records are awful. These records are painfully bad. Time for a Marco Smith call-up, maybe? Just to get him out of here, too, with his personality. He's number 1 pick from a few years ago. Nah, you gotta spend a little bit more time here. Just a little bit. I know it's bad, man. I know. It's really bad. The team is just horrendous, but deal with it. All right, here we go. 4 games against the Mets. First game, we got Boz. I just like to reorder them sometimes. Even though I don't do strict order, I still like to resituate at times for my own thing. I don't know. It doesn't do anything, so why do I do it? Who knows? All right, here we go. Game 1. Oh, no, Boz blasted. Barrera crushed, unfortunately. All right, we get game 2. Give me game 3. Shit, now we need it to split. We lost 2-1 in 10. What a game. Grayson dominated. Morissette dominated. Bro, Are you kidding me? They're starting Sam Hedges, and he dominated us on the Ultimate Revenge game. Stop. Stop. That's ridiculous. Okay. Okay. Give me the split. Shit. Alright. 3 at Atlanta. 3 at Atlanta. 3 at Philly to end the month. This is big. We gotta do some things here now because all of a sudden we're not having a great month. We're 5.5 back. We're 11-11 on the month. This is not good. Another loss. Jeez. All right, we're at the mid-season point, getting the review of the goals. We're not going to check the All-Star voting again. Mid-season goals, Colmenares, whatever. He's glad we re-signed Matt Allen. And that's part of why I did it too. I also like the player. If I totally hated the player and I didn't think he was going to be any good, I wouldn't have re-signed him. So I'm not blaming it on that goal or anything. I'm owning that I'm the one that wanted to re-sign him because I thought he could be a nice hybrid player for us. Okay, so I just want to be clear on that. It's been pissing me off though the way he's been pitching. Okay, he's got his relief numbers in check now though. Those 4 earned against the Mets now account for over 50% of what he's given up. So he's really dialed it down since then, looking nice. Okay, so we do have only 5 personnel. This is where we want to be with personnel too. We're not getting 8 to 10 personnel to have to re-sign every year, which is really good. We'll need a new trainer, maybe. I mean, I could just re-sign this guy. I like the fatigue recovery being outstanding. The rehab of arm and leg, legendary. Prevent arm being good. I like a lot of what this guy has. I'm going to consider re-signing him preemptively. Milton Bradley. I mean, he's really good for what we need him to do. So he's probably going to get re-signed as well. Jingbo Xiao is an amazing hitting coach for AAA. Excellent development, excellent mechanics, legendary aging, and excellent hitting. Like that's wonderful. Extension for you. Boom. He's in. De La Vega, pitching coach, and yeah, I mean, again, everything looking great here. Or hitting coach, excuse me, in the rookie league. Good at the hitting. Outstanding on the mechanics, which is talent change, development excellent, and aging excellent. Aging not as important in rookie ball, I don't imagine. Being that they're like 5 years old, but still. Let's see if we can get 4 years here. I like what he's doing. Boom. And then Dotel, excellent mechanics, but he's only decent at teaching pitching. So the mechanics was why I signed him. And it was always a 1-year deal because there weren't many options, so we're not going to re-sign him. All right, prospects. Jorge Muniz. Now, one of the things I've been wanting to do as we move away from having more and more recognizable players that the second you hear the name, you have a profile in your head, we need to start learning more about the league. Both me, but also educating y'all about it too. Like, I don't even know all the league players that are the new go-to names, so I need to learn them as well and then help you guys understand. So let's look at these top 10 prospects real quick. Jorge Muniz looks incredible. Obviously, he's about to be 20 years old. Long way out, but he's got everything you want. He was a scouting discovery from 3 years ago, and he's become the number 1 prospect in baseball. He's got 5 pitches. He's got 75 stamina. I mean, he's a monster for Minnesota. Jose Zamora for the Red Sox is a 20-year-old international signing from 4 years ago. And he looks quite amazing as well. He's up to A ball. He's got some killer potential power. I wonder if he should maybe be moved up a little bit too. If he would be challenged. I mean, far be it for me to say, I'm not controlling the Red Sox, but I'd probably have him. I'd have him at least an IA, which is not that much different, but maybe AA is too much because he's not. That power hasn't come along that much yet. But you know, he's got high intelligence. I don't think he'd fall on his face if he was up there. Who knows though? Jose Castaneda, solid pitcher for the Royals. His nickname is Revenant, which is awesome. Now he's repeating high A. Now that I don't agree with. He was not great there last year, but I don't think he necessarily needs a repeat. Well, the millisecond I said that, I saw the 1% strikeout minus walk rate, and I actually understand the repeat. Our boy Lupe is number 4, but he's out for the year. That's going to hurt. That's going to be a setback. I really hope it doesn't derail him. Demetrio Contreras for the D-backs, dude. His nickname is Agony. Okay, that's cool as hell. He's going to be graduated. I mean, he already is basically graduated anyway, but there, his last check-in is as the number 5 guy, and he's a G. And then Alex Cisneros, also for the Twins, so they have what, 1 and 6? That's pretty nice. And 8. 1, 6, and 8. That's huge. Now he's also very far away. Another scouting discovery. Who's their scout? Manny Pineda for the Astros. Now he's 24, and they jumped him from high A to triple A. And he hasn't been killing it at triple A this year. He doesn't have a great personality class either, so maybe that's part of it. He's interesting. If I were them, I would be trying to trade him, because he's a big-time prospect with a lot of upside, but there's flaws. And I'd like to parlay his, prospect hype into maybe moving out from under him personally, but not my decision to make, so I don't have to worry about it. And then Manny Dominguez, the third of the Twins in the top 3, international signing from 3 years ago, about to be 20 years old. So they got some babies on the come up, and he's got everything there. The only thing he really lacks is an eye, but who cares when you got all this other stuff if it comes through. Low work ethic, so we'll see. But he's smart. He's smart and greedy. He's trying to get that money. He's like one of those uber talented guys that's like, I don't have to work hard. I've got talent. Bobby Zambrana for the A's, pitching prospect, number 9, extreme ground baller, 22 years old, in Double A. He looks pretty good. I'd actually have him in Triple A for sure, personally. And then finally, Ed Alvarado for the Nats. His nickname is Biceps. Interesting. So he's like one of those yoked pitchers. Cool. All right, so that's the top 10 prospects. Let's look at the systems. The D-backs are still in first, man, which is crazy because they've been having one of the top 3 or 4 systems for a very long time, and now they're good. So they could really be, on the cusp of, a little bit, maybe like a dynastic type run. They got to win a World Series first. They've made playoffs the last 2 years. They're in second this year, but they're on the come up for sure. They're here. They've reached. Minnesota is second, of course, with their 3 big dogs. Oakland's third, Nats 4th, and Royals 5th. And then we are still 12th with Lupe and Archuleta as our top 2 in the top 100. Of course, we're going to need to start adding more talent to that, though, because we've got Marco Smith and Powell coming. But eventually we're going to start graduating. Well, actually, we're not going to graduate Lupe because he's hurt. Never mind. I was thinking we were going to graduate him, but I'm confusing him with Puente, to be honest. Who does graduate now off the list, I guess? Was he not a top prospect? Wait, where's Puente? Did I just gloss over him? Yeah, I did. Oh, he's still there. Oh, but he's not on anymore. So then, yeah, he graduated. Okay, that's fine. Probably via service time. I don't know what the exact service time is where you graduate. It's a certain number of innings, at-bats, or days of service time. And I don't know the days of service time number. Pardon me for not knowing that. But yeah, so he's graduating off. We're going to need to start replenishing. All right. We'll lose the first game here. Becerra got freaking crushed. And it still only moved his ERA to 2.93, so that tells you how well he was doing. But we need dubs, man. We've lost 3 in a row and 6 out of 7. That's not a dub. That's the direct opposite. Shit, dude. What's going on? Uh-oh. Tit Scratch. Tit Scratch got murked. Setback for him. Don't get swept. There we go. 13-2 victory. Walker goes yard for his 22nd. Muller for his 21st. Matos for his 9th. 17 hit barrage, including 7 from the bottom of the order. 3 for Acosta and 2 each for Colmenares and Fiducia. Vaduch. All right. 3 at Philly to end the month and end the video. Loss. Golly. What an awful month. I really hated that. Let's see what happens here when we get our update and everything. We'll close out on that. So it is the international signing period. Uh-oh. Tony Flores and Luis Espinoza. Espinoza out there fighting. Chill. New York's Ashby demanding a trade. Okay. Joe Perez got traded. That's probably why we got the email, right? No? Oh, interesting. I know because we were targeting him, so that's probably a stopper. Let's just be honest. I wouldn't put that guy on my stopper list. Well, why are we getting this information then? There it is. He was on the default short list. Angel Cepeda. I don't know. I don't remember that name at all, so who cares? All right, player development update. Becerra, stuff up, control up, potential control up, overall up, potential up. Let's go. Even coming off that ugly outing, he's still at 277, 117. He's fine. Manny Smith gets a little love. You can hear my voice kind of saying, hey, this is about it. And then I'm scrolling through these. You can pause and look at them if you want. Nothing jumping out as like super crazy important. I see Marco got 3 minuses, unfortunately, but his overall went up, I guess. Again, that's kind of weird. I don't know how that works, but okay. Oh, this is a big update. I'm actually going to look at this in more detail offline, but we're getting about the 113 mark, so we should cap it right about here. So, awful month. Sorry I had to share an awful month with y'all. That's not fun. 13 and 15. If 2 games under is our awful month, though, we'll live. We're sitting 49 and 39. 10 games over is a good spot to be on July 1st. Now, we have fallen behind 2 more teams, but it's just a really tight race. Washington and Philly jumped us, but they're not that far ahead, so I'm not panicked. I will say this is interesting. Willie Vasquez, our former dude, is leading the American League in WAR. Okay, good on you, Willie. Good on you, sir. And then we have Jonathan Turner tied for second in homers, but they're both Benitez and Turner are 11 behind Tatis. Tatis going to be, I mean, he should already be in the Hall of Fame while playing, like 100%. Just put him in right now. What are you waiting for? Nobody would argue that, right? Like nobody. Because holy crap, this is the best player ever. Jeez, he's insane. All right, so next episode, draft. When's the draft? Yeah, 11 days from now. So we'll get into July and then we'll do the draft. And so you might see the same close. I might actually do it right now because I've got a sour taste in my mouth for how bad this month was. The only thing is I got to let the voice heal a little bit. So maybe not. We'll see. But thank you all so much for watching. And next time out, or next month, I should say, after the draft, we need to decide if we're going to do a trade. Or it's not next month, but you know what I mean, the video after that. We need to decide if we want to do a trade or not. So let me know if you see anything that really jumps out. I mean, the pitching's fine, so no on the pitching. And I'm not sure that we really have anything to do with the hitting. Like, here's a snapshot of the performances right now. I mean, Colmenares, of course, is the weak link. Bust a bus. He sucks, unfortunately. Maybe we shouldn't have traded for him. How's Vasos doing? Oh, God. Okay, I have to end it. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.